Hi everybody, Stefan here from EDC Austria, and today we have an Italian ration, namely module number C, which is, according to what you can see here, it's been made in 2016 and is good till 2018, which is this year. I basically have 2 months still within the correct date, but you know as well as I that rations hold a lot longer, but still it's nice to have one that's in date. But let's check it out. So before we start with the ration review, I wanted to say thank you to Foreign MRE for sending me this t-shirt. I won this in a giveaway and it arrived very fast. If you're looking for any kind of international rations, check out foreignmre.com. The link is as always in my description. This is really exciting for me. I've never won anything in a giveaway, and especially from my good friends Art and Nina, that's really fantastic. Thank you guys so much. But now let's continue with the ration. Okay, let's check if there is anything on the back. Oh yeah, it lists everything that's inside, but I don't wanna spoil my own surprise. So there should be 3 boxes inside. And there are. Okay, first we have the breakfast part. Let's check it out. Here you have another bag where you can put the rest of the meal in to carry it. Here, which is very rare, you get 3 toothbrushes and a bit of toothpaste. So they give you a toothbrush for every meal. You get 1 spoon here and 1 tissue. Here we have some sort of granola bar, but it seems very broken up already, because as you can see, this one has been a bit under pressure, so I don't think everything inside is still okay. Here are some fuel tablets, and man, this is one of the nicest stoves that I've ever seen, or this is the nicest I've ever seen come in a ration, because this is basically the same quality that you would buy when you order a cheap S-Bit stove. Here are some unbranded matches. Here we have 100 grams of sweetened condensed milk. Here we have some fondant chocolate. Wow, here we have a bunch of boiled sweets. We'll check those out later. Another kind of boiled sweets, but I'm pretty sure they can't hold their candle against the Polish boiled sweets, because the Polish sweets are the best they've ever been. Here is the rest. You get 6 tablets as a whole. Here we have 8 water disinfectant tablets with 1 gram each. Here is a toothpick. Here's some instant coffee. Here's some salt. And finally some sugar, but it should have contained some jelly, but there was nothing inside. Okay, what they translated to jelly are these boiled sweets. They just can't even translate their own boxes well. Okay, I'll just put it back in the box and then we go to the next one. Okay, too bad there wasn't a cordial alcohol in the breakfast. I really would have liked to try that one, but I guess that's why it came not that expensive. It was still under 100 euro. Here we get some nice cutlery again. We get 1 spoon, 1 knife and 1 fork. Here we get 50 grams of biscuit crackers. Here 50 grams more of those. This is interesting. They give you 4 multivitamin tablets. I'll zoom in here so you can check what is in there. Here's some more sugar. They really keep it separate for every meal. That's kind of great. Here's an instant coffee. And here, which is excellent, are some bran tablets to keep you regular, which is often a problem when you eat MREs for a few days or even weeks. So these are worth their weight in gold. Okay, here we have some soup, and this is only described as soup, so we'll have to see then when we open it what kind of soup it actually is. Here we have some nice fruit mix. It's like the fruit salad you usually buy in the bigger cans that you open, and if you're lucky there are two half cherries inside with all the other fruits. And finally we have some canned tuna with beans. That's an excellent dish. Okay, and finally we have our dinner. For this we get the usual 3 suspects. We get some pasta and beans. Here's some mackerel in oil. Then there are 2 cereal and fruit bars, or energy and fruit bars. Some more crackers. Here we have sugar again an instant coffee, and that's it. Okay, I'll take a few minutes to decide if I want to do lunch or dinner. Time-wise it's 8 p.m. so dinner would be a good choice, and also it's the only real meal. As for lunch you only get a soup, and here we have a real meal, and some other shit that's also a real meal. So I think we'll go with that. So let's put it on a tray. Nice. Okay. First let's check out the very concerning coffee, and I only say very concerning because there are 3 coffees inside which I usually can't or won't drink, so I will make an exception at this time, but there is no other beverage of any kind in there, either hot or cold. So this is really very unacceptable in my opinion. It says enough for 1 cup, so you get a small cup of coffee, and otherwise you've been drinking water for days because you're in the field, because otherwise you wouldn't get these rations, and yet they can't even give you something like these. These are enough for 500 milliliters each to give you caffeine, taste, everything you might need. That's already a huge minus in my opinion. But let's check out the rest of the stuff. First we have our mackerel in olive oil. Oh, that looks great. I love canned fish anyway. That's a great meal for me already. And as you can see, this is just some high quality mackerel. Just tastes like mackerel does that you buy in the store, and it tastes like the better one, not the cheap kind you buy for 99 cents. Also, I just noticed they give you something with oil, yet they don't give you any wet wipes or anything of that kind. That's also an inherent design flaw in my opinion. Let's check out the crackers. Okay. Very nice. They look and smell very neutral. They taste like crackers or goldfish you'd buy in a bag. Because as you can see, they have some huge air holes in the middle, so you have a nice experience biting through it, although it's still kind of hard and it tastes a bit salty, even though there is not a lot of salt in there, so you can use it with anything. Like, I'll take a bigger one for that. Like putting some mackerel on the cracker. Okay, before we continue, let's check out the damn coffee I detest so much. And of course some oil got here too. I don't know how. Oh, of course I know how, because I put the lid there. It looks very dark to me. Blech. I don't know if this is good or bad coffee, since I drank coffee like 3 times in my life and it was always with a lot of milk. Oh, we do have sweetened condensed milk, but that's for the breakfast. But it's wrong, that I can taste and tell you. Okay, and finally, before we heat up our main, is this night energy and fruit bar. Very interesting. Well, I do know there are some apricots in there, there are some cornflakes, and somehow this is kept pretty nice and moist, and it really tastes nice and fresh and not chemically preserved at all. And the strongest taste is the apricot taste, and there are no other really discernible tastes that can be identified. Okay, now it's time to heat up our main again. And like I told you the last time, I found the one Austrian company that actually sells this flameless ration heater. I used to buy those in Germany, but that company went under, so now I had to find a new source, and luckily for me it was even in Austria. But you can, I guess, order from them from outside of Austria too, because you just buy this bag once and then you get those heating pads. You just have to throw one of them in there, then what you want to heat, and to measure it, it's way easier than with the fill line, because you just have to fill this up and then throw it in there. I'll put the link of the company in the description, of course. So, and before we make our 10-minute pause that you won't notice, I'll wait for it to start. Okay, I can hear it. Okay, as you can see, it's working, so we'll be back in 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, now we are back. It should have heated up just nicely. Yeah, at least there's still some heat dissipating. That's a good sign. And let's take out our beans in pasta, or beans and pasta. Since I don't wanna ruin everything here, I'll put it in a bowl. And first I'll wipe the excess water off here, because you never know what kind of chemicals are in these ration heaters, even though they say they are not at all dangerous. Although other brands do state that they are dangerous. Okay, let's open it. Okay, I think we should... No, there is no stirring up. This is a pretty... There are hardly any beans. Okay, I managed to grab one bean. The pasta is just normal pasta with basically no taste at all. It's just very easy to chew, so not al dente at all. So it's really not the right consistency. Wow, we managed to get a bean again. But with all my criticisms of strange pasta and very few beans, which I now have in my hand. It tastes very, very good. I don't know if I can add any more to this one. So if this would be my dinner, and this is my dinner, because right after I hit pause again, I'll finish this before I edit the video. But I'll be happy with that as my dinner entirely. But as for the taste, some nice tomato sauce with some easy to eat pasta. So far I can say about the Italian ration, there are many nice things like the high quality stove and bran tablets, multivitamin tablets, but on the other hand they only give you coffee and no wet wipes, yet they have oily stuff. That's just not right. But as for the quality of the food, I really can't say anything negative. And the two bars are also very nice in the evening. So it really seems they kind of stopped sinking half of the way. But let's see. I'll eat the rest of the meal tomorrow or the day after, and then we'll see if really the only bad thing is that it doesn't have any beverages. I'm kind of looking forward, well, to lunch, because breakfast isn't that much. So I really hope you join me for part 2 of this video. And as for the eBay seller I got this from, he got a lot of great stuff. I'll also link him in the description for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and you'll be notified about new videos immediately in your subscription feed. Have a great day, thanks for watching, and bye bye. Oh, and I'll leave you with one question. Would you rather have music in the background or keep it as it is? I really would appreciate some input on this matter. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.